Yo, what's going on guys? Hope everybody's doing well today, and welcome back to another Hero Cantare video. Now in this video I'm going to be doing a artifact guide. I'm going to be a beginner's guide for artifacts, and I'm going to be doing a advanced one for artifacts as well. Now the beginner's guide is going to be for people who are, still pretty weak at the game. They just started out, you still haven't completed story, and you just need, to be a little more powerful so you can clear out content. For the advanced guide is going to be for people who already have like over 200,000 team power, and they're looking to really get that big upgrade and make their team way stronger. And this is what we're going to be going over today. A beginner's guide for artifacts and an advanced one for artifacts. Now before I get into either one, I do want to go over a couple of things. And that's going to be, how do you get crafting materials to craft artifacts? Now, there's honestly only 3 good ways to get crafting materials. The first one is going to be by doing Trial Tower. As you guys can see, Trial Tower gives a lot of crafting materials. Like this right here gives almost 10k. You get another 2k from here, another 2k from here. 2k right here again. Like I said, 2k. Trial Tower is a really good way to get crafting gear, but keep in mind you can only do Trial Tower 3 times a day, so please do not waste time and only craft what you actually need. And the other way is just by simply doing story. You get it sometimes from Story Rush, from Hero Road, or just by completing story mode. And the third way is to buy them. Obviously, I'd never recommend anybody to buy them, but if you do spend money and you do want to buy them, then go ahead and buy them, because buying them is actually not super expensive. You get 5,000 for 100 gems, so it's not the worst of the worst, right? But overall, I'd only pay attention to Trial Tower and Story. Another thing is, how do you get more slots to do more crafting? Keep in mind, this one is level 80, so whenever you reach level... So this one right now isn't really that big of a deal. The third one will cost you 1,000 gems, so don't open this one as well. I opened it just because I wanted to, but do not open it. Honestly, just focus on the first two. This one is going to be free. It's going to be already open for you. And the second one is going to be 500,000 coins. It is a little bit expensive, but trust me, it is 100% worth the 500,000 coins. So do pick these two up, and just ignore the bottom two. Get the top two up, and then you can start crafting. Now let's go ahead and jump right into the beginner's guide of the guide right here. Now for the more, like I said, for the more end game guide, the advanced one, I'm gonna leave a link in the description with a timestamp in it, so you guys can just skip to the timestamp. And like I said, when I say end game, I'm talking about somebody who's already completed story, they have a really strong team, and they already have good artifacts, and they want even better artifacts. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into the beginner's guide of the artifacts. Now, to get artifacts, you're going to have to craft them. And the way to craft them is just by going over to Forge right over here. You click on Craft, and you have to get 2 items. Keep in mind, the 2 items have to be the same attribute and rank. They don't have to be the same item, like you see. Like, you can still do like a sword and a chest together, but they still have to be the same rank and the same attribute, so keep that in mind. Like if I were to craft these right now, I will get a attacking attribute, a attacking attribute artifact. And if I were to craft, for example, let's say, 2 heart items, I'm gonna get a heart attribute artifact. So if I were to do these 2 S ranks right here, I'm gonna get a S rank heart attribute artifacts. If I'm gonna do 2 A rank equipment, I'm gonna get a a attacking A rank artifact. That's how it basically works. Now, how do you get equipment? Now, something I want to mention, please, and I mean please, do not craft any C or B rank artifacts. The reason I say that is because if you end up crafting C and B artifacts, you're going to get rid of them very quickly, and you basically just wasted your crafting gear, and you don't get a lot of crafting gear. So please do not do any C and B rank crafting. Only do A ranks. Now, how do you get A rank equipment? It's honestly super easy. All you have to do is literally just play story. Now, for somebody who just started to play the game, I cannot recommend you to do anything other than play story, just because story gives you everything you need. It's going to give you your summoning materials, your leveling up materials, your awakening materials, and your crafting materials as well. At some point in story, I don't know what chapter it is exactly, but at some point in story, you're gonna start getting A rank equipment drops super normally. Like you will literally get one drop almost every single one, and you're gonna have a bunch, and I mean a bunch of A rank equipment to use to craft. So that's why I would not do any C and B rank and just do A and above items. Like as you guys can see, I have 17 swords, 31 chests, 25 hands. You will just start getting them super easily as you progress in story. And then after you get them, you can go ahead and craft them. Look at what you need. If you need, like, for example, heart artifacts, then go ahead and do 2 heart items. And if you need attacking, artifacts, then go ahead and do 2 attacking pieces of equipment, and you will get a attacking artifact. Now let's go ahead and actually take a look at what you can get from crafting artifacts. Alrighty guys, so let's go ahead and craft some artifacts. Like I said, we're going to take a look at what we can get. I'm just going to do random attack items. The reason I'm doing attack is just simply because that's what people are probably need the most. So let's just go ahead and do some, attack items. Now I am going to go ahead and fast forward them. I do not recommend you fast forward them because it is just a waste of gold. But I'm just doing it for this video, right? So let's go ahead and purchase these fast forwarding items. Let's get this over with. We got another guitar. And we got a horn right here. So there is 3 total items you can get from crafting materials. You can get a guitar, a devil's horn, and what was the last item? Give me a moment right here. Let me just pull it up. Oh, and the last item is going to be a hammer. I don't believe I have one at the moment because I didn't get any, but the last item is going to be a hammer looking like item. But it honestly doesn't matter because the guitar and the horn right here are honestly the better items over the hammer. The reason I say the hammer is not very good because the main ability of the hammer is debuff accuracy, and I personally would just rather have attack or skill damage. So these 2 are the 2 better items anyways, and like I said, by crafting A rank items you can get a total of 3 different items. It's going to be the guitar, the dagger of devil's horn, and the hammer, which I honestly I unfortunately do not have a copy at the moment, but like I said, these 2 are better than the hammer in my opinion anyways. Now as you guys can see, these 2 right here only have 2 abilities, and if we look at an S rank item, like this S rank item right here has 4 abilities, and this A rank item right here also has 4 abilities. Now how do you get more abilities on an item? You get more abilities on an item by upgrading them. If you guys see, if I click upgrade, like let's put a couple of items in. See, like if you upgrade it twice, you're going to get 2 random items. But keep in mind, 4 is the maximum number. So even if you upgrade it like 3 more times, like see right now I'm all the way up to 5, but it does not go over 4 attributes. You can only get 4 attributes. So just get them up to +2 and leave them. Because, it's kind of a waste to get them more than anything +2. It's not really a waste. It's just the best level is going to be +2 because that's going to give you the 2 extra attributes on the items. And this is a good example right here. You see like it has 4 attributes on it. And just so you guys know, S rank items naturally come with 3 attributes. So you can only get 1 more attribute on them. And SSS, not SSS. S items, like I said, so the single S come with 3 attributes, and the SS items come with 4 attributes. So the SS items, even if you upgrade them, you're not going to get a 5th attribute. You're just stuck with the 4, which is still honestly pretty good, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, this is pretty much it for the, for the normal guide. All you're going to want to do is just do story, and you're going to want to craft A rank items to make an A rank artifact. Other than that, there's really not much you can do other than the other method, but that method, like I said, is going to be more of an advanced method for people who have really strong teams and they can make better equipment. But I do want to show you guys what kind of items we are talking about when I say, like strong method. Like I'm talking about these kind of items right here, like this S rank Dragon's Pearl, and this S rank epic magical staff. These are the type of items where you're going to be getting from this advanced message that we're going to go over. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and skip right over to the advanced message, and I will be right with you guys. Alrighty guys, so let's go ahead and go over the advanced slash endgame method. Now this method is honestly hard, and it is very ticket consuming as well. It's going to cost you a lot of tickets to do this method. Now you don't have to do this method, but personally this method has been working really good for me. And because it's been working, for me, I want to share it with you guys. So let's go ahead and get right over it. Now I'm going to use Salamander as an example right here. This method, the reason I say this method, you're going to need like at least maybe 200,000 team power or even more, is because you're going to be wanting to auto stages 8 and 9 of advent bosses. Now, preferably you should be doing stage 9, but if stage 9 is too hard, then stick around to stage 8 because stage 8 works just fine as well. What you're going to want to do is basically literally just click on challenge, auto repeat, and do as many runs as you can. And you're probably wondering, why should you do that? Let's go ahead and go over why that's not a bad grinding method right here, at least in my opinion. Let me show you something, guys, right here. Now, these are 50 runs that I did in total. Keep in mind, I lost 2 runs here, so I only won how much? 18 plus 20? No, 18 plus 30. So I won 48 times out of the 50. So I did lose 2 times, but that's fine. But let's look at this. So both of these were done on stage 9. Keep that in mind as well. Now, first thing first, we did get some tickets back, so that's always nice. We got a bunch of these crystals, and these crystals are super nice, and I'm going to go over why they're super good in a second. We even got an SS equipment item right here, and we got a bunch, and I mean a bunch of random artifacts. We got a bunch of B artifacts, A rank artifacts, and more B artifacts right here. And if we look at the other one, like look at this one right here, we even got equipment, attacking equipment, an S rank artifact, and more artifacts. And getting a lot of artifacts is super important because you can use these bad ones, like the B rank ones, you can use them to upgrade your A and S rank artifacts. So getting these fodder artifacts is honestly not a bad idea at all. It's actually really nice. And now, keep in mind, it might seem bad that I did 50 runs and I only got 1 S rank artifact, but I can promise you that I just got unlucky on these 2 runs. I've been getting at least 2 to 3 S rank artifacts every 20 or 30 runs. I just got really unlucky on these runs. But yeah, that's how you basically get these S rank artifacts. And another thing that I want to share with you guys is honestly, this magical staff and the dragon pearls are just way better than the guitar, hammer, and the dagger of the devil's horns. I personally find them way better just because their base attributes are better than those other 3. So that's why these are just better overall. Like, let me just go back to my team real quick for you guys. Right here. So let me show you guys what type of our artifacts I'm running on my team right here. Hero, bam. Like, as you guys can see, I have both of these S rank right here, and look at these massive boots it's giving. 5.2 attack, 11.7% attack. That's really massive. More attack, skill damage, and counter attack, right? And let's look at A rank items now. The same items, but A rank. Well, I didn't show you guys the magical stuff actually. Attack 5.2, 1k attack, armor crash, debuff accuracy 12.9%, which is really high, and 4.1 skill damage. So these S rank items are just simply amazing, honestly. And here's another S rank if you guys want to look at it. Attack, skill damage, debuff accuracy, attack, and counter attack, right? And they also give a small boost to elemental heroes. So if you equip on a elemental hero, they're going to get this boost right here, which is super nice. And I believe the same goes with this one. Yeah, if you equip this one on a skill hero, it's going to give you another boost. I'm sorry if you heard a Discord noise, guys. That was me. It was not you. That was me. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, like let's look at this A rank dragon pearls. 3.8% attack, 2.9 skill damage, 3.6 attack, debuff accuracy, and more attack. So even their A versions of it is super good. But I can promise you, you're gonna get a couple of S rank drops that you can use, so it's not a problem at all. So that's why doing these advent bosses is just way better, because the items are just better in general. So that's why you're gonna do it. And even if you get A rank, it's fine because A rank items are already good. But if you get S rank items, then you're just getting a bonus. That's literally it. You're getting a better item to use. And now let's go ahead and go over the crystals I was talking about. If you guys click on Forge and click on here, and click on Salamander, not Salamander, anyone honestly, as you guys can see, you can get these crystals right here to get SS rank artifacts. As of right now, I believe this is the only way to get artifacts. I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe this is the only way. So if you guys take a look right here, I already have 55 of these and 169 of these. And I got these just by, like I said, doing stage 8 and 9 of the Salamander boss. Now keep in mind on which one you want to do. Now from my experience, it does seem like Salamander is the easiest. But I have people saying, that this one is also pretty easy. But let me tell you, Phoenix is easily the hardest one in my opinion. But keep in mind on which one you want to grind, because the Salamander one is going to give you materials for a attacking item. The green one is going to give you materials for a destruction set item, which is a critical set item. And the Phoenix boss is going to give you materials for a HP item, which is, more for people who are tanking and stuff. In my opinion, I would not do Phoenix. I would either do Salamander or Natakuvara. I would do one of these two. Right now I'm doing Salamander because I just want a Dragon's Pearls from it, honestly. That's what I'm going for. So that's why this advanced method is really good, because now keep in mind it does consume a lot of tickets, but at the same time not are you only getting really good materials, really good artifacts to equip on your team, you're also getting the fodder you need to upgrade them, and you're also saving up for a better item in the future when you have enough to get these. So that is why I would recommend you do Advent bosses on auto. What I personally do is I just go on stage 9. I can do stage 10 on auto, but I don't always end up winning, so I just stick with stage 9. I click on challenge. You can also even do expedition if you want, but before I go to bed, I just click on auto repeat, do as many as I can, and by the time I wake up in the morning, all the fights will be over. That is what I personally do. But yeah, anyways guys, that is pretty much it for this guide. I know it was a very long video, so thank you very much if you watched all of it, or if you even just watched one section of it, whether you're a beginner or an advanced player. But if you guys have any struggles in the game or any problems, leave a comment and I'll maybe make a video about it. If you guys have any questions, also leave a comment. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, and turn on notifications so you do not miss any future uploads. Anyways guys, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.